Dodge came out with a limited edition Hellcat, you would trade in that demon and get yourself a new Hellcat. All right, guys, so I have a special guest here. He is making a lot of waves on YouTube with his Dodge Demon. He is proving just how big of a beast this thing really is. A lot of people know him as Demonology. Some of you guys know him as the Soul Snatcher. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, RT Life. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me, coming on. I want to ask you a few questions and, have you weigh in on, some of the things that a lot of people are just asking and et cetera. So, the first thing I think is we all want to know, do you consider your Demon modified?
I don't consider my Demon modified. I had to make some changes to my Demon when I first got it. And so some of those changes, maybe people would consider them modified. So.
Okay, and really the extent of that has to do with basically the tires and the rims.
Yeah, when I first got my Demon, the first thing I wanted to do was try to pop a wheelie. I mean, who wouldn't want to pop a wheelie in a production car? So I went to a drag strip and I called my buddies that race, my cousin races, and I said, what's the stickiest track around there? He said, man, you got to take the car to North Star. North Star is the stickiest track in Texas. So I took my car out to North Star, and it actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I get out there, I'm trying to use the trans brake, I'm trying to do everything I can to get the front tires pop on the ground. No luck. This guy is over on the side, kind of watching me. This older gentleman, and finally, I guess he has enough. And he comes over to me and he says, "You mind if I give you some pointers?" And I say, "Sure, of course." I mean, this guy had this loud red, loud orange jacket on. And he said, I want to teach you my foot braking technique. He said, I race a car called the CJ, the Cobra Jet. I have about 5 of them, and I win a lot of Cobra Jet competitions with racing this car. But the way your car suspension is handling, you need to foot brake the car because you're just blowing the tires off trying to trans brake the thing. So he taught me some foot braking techniques. We became friends. That was Rod Etzel. Later, he saw me at the track again. He said, look, your suspension is not set up to transfer the weight. So he says, what we need to do, if you really want this car to transfer the weight and get down the track the way it's supposed to, you're going to have to do a 15-inch conversion on the vehicle because the tires will become part of the suspension. You see, what I didn't realize was that my car suspension was messed up. Everything on the suspension read Demon, everything. It said drag suspension. Everything was working fine on the car. So I took the car back into the shop. I had my mechanic look at it, Luis. Luis said, man, from what I'm telling, everything's working on it. And I kept seeing videos of other demons doing wheelies. I even talked to some demon guys and said, well, we're putting weight in the trunk and junk in the trunk. So I went and started putting all this stuff in the trunk, trying to weight the trunk down, trying to get the weight to transfer, still the front tires not coming off the ground. Eventually, I got a chance to drive another guy's Demon. And when I drove that other guy's Demon, it was like night and day difference. That was Tunnel Chaser's car. Tunnel Chaser, when I got in his car, boom, the front end came up. People don't notice, but the front end of Tunnel Chaser's car came up so fast and so hard that it literally scared the hell out of me, and I came off the accelerator. That's why his car was running those slow times, because I was used to the front end raising and then carrying itself down the track, but his car was boom, flying up in the air. I'm like,
do you feel like with enough adjustments with Tunnel Chaser's Demon, you could have potentially cracked into those 9s?
Tunnel Chaser's car was already in the 9s. This is the thing that people don't understand about the Demon, and I learned this trick from Rod Hetzel, the Cobra Jet master. If you cool your car down, right, and you get it nice and cool before you get it on the track. You know, also talk to SRT Mush about this. You know, he kind of verified what Cobra Jet Master was telling me. SRT Mush said you want to get up there with your radiator, about 100 and a little below 150 degrees on your radiator, which is what the Cobra Jet Master was telling me. Said you want that car as cool as you can, get it up there, and then he had some tricks on how to make the transmission do what it do so it wouldn't push you through the line. But if you go up there and you do those things, it's almost like giving the car an additional 40 horsepower, you see. So when I ran Tunnel Chaser's car ran a 10.0001. Had I cooled his car would have easily been in the nines where my car was at, you know, but his car was running hot. I ran his car hot, and when I raced Street Speed 717, I told him, I said, look, let me race you the first time. We're going to take Tunnel Chaser's car. We're going to set it down. I want to cool it. I want to put the fans on it. I want to ice down the blower. Cobra Jet Master, he doesn't really like ice on the blower, but he told me a way that I can do it. You know, first I got to put fans on it, cool it off when it's not hot, because he believes if you put ice on a hot, you know, you put ice on anything hot, it's, you know, it's going to warp it, you know, especially metal. So you got to cool it off first, and then we ice it down. So that's one of the tricks that he taught me. I never had the opportunity to do that with Vinny's car. The first time I ran Street Speed 717, even though we made that agreement, he wanted to run me again right away. Hey, let's go back around right away. Okay.
I saw that you guys were you are hot lapping.
Yeah. You know, and I told him, I said, hey, look, I want to ice this car down because I want to get it in the, you know, in the nines for him. And he was like, no, let's go. And he took off. So I followed it, you know, made the pass again. We come back around the second time, you know, I beat him the second time. And, you know, he pulls up, and I said, hey, look, dude, let me, you know, ice this car down. And he's like, no, back up to the front. I said, dude, we can't get to the front. He said, it's my event. We'll get to the front of the line. I followed him. We went to the front of the line. Boom, we made another run. You know, I beat him. We come down again the third time. I said, look, let me ice the car. No, we're going to go back up right away. Boom, he shot back to the front, you know. So we went back right away. That was the third time. We come down the third time. After we finished, you know, I beat him. He let the windows down. I'm next to him, and I said, look, dude, I can do this all day. What people don't realize is that the Demon has what's called a power chiller or killer chiller, however you want to name it. And it's going to run consistent in those speeds while other cars become heat soaked.
You have made a very successful channel off of the Demon. Is there any chance that you would ever move on from the Demon?
You know, to be honest with you, RT Life, the two guys that teach me to race Mustangs. They race Fords. Third Degree is a beast with the 5.0, with you know, with the Mustang. I mean, it is what it is. This guy's been racing since the early 80s, you know, is a beast in the Mustang community. The Cobra Jet Master, Rod Hetzel, come on, man, the guy's a legend in the, you know, in the Mustang community. They both would love to see me in a Mustang, racing a Mustang. But my heart and my passion is with Mopar, with Dodge. Sometimes I feel like, and this, you know, this between me, you, and the subscribers, sometimes I feel like Dodge really don't show me love, but you can't let your head get caught up into that. You know, you got to go where your passion is at. I love Mopar. Regardless if Dodge reach out to me, if Dodge don't reach out to me, I still love Mopar. You know, in my mind, I make up this make-believe deal. You know, I talk to Mopar. I don't talk to nobody at Mopar. You know, that's just my way of telling myself I don't need to be patted on the back from the hires up of FCA to like this particular car.
So would you sell the Demon?
No, I have refused to drive the Cobra Jet. I refuse to drive the Mustang simply because I know I would like it, and I have excellent teachers that can teach me how to drive it in a first way.
Okay, so obviously you're not thinking about selling Demon and everything like that. Would you take on potentially a second car and try to mod it or learn to kind of become an expert in that car as a drag strip warrior?
You know, this is a promise I made to myself when I was in high school. I was in auto mechanics. And I promised myself that if I got in a position where I could own the fastest vehicle that Mopar made, that's the vehicle that I was going to buy. So if Mopar makes something that's faster than the Demon on the drag strip, this is on the drag strip now, I don't road course race. They make something faster than the Demon on the drag strip, I'm going to buy that vehicle. Because that little boy that I made that promise to, I got to keep my word to him, right? So there it is.
There it is.
If Mopar makes something faster, I'm going to honor my word to that young man, and I'm going to go and buy that next thing with Mopar faster. Now,
so if Dodge came out with a limited edition Hellcat, you would trade in that Demon and get yourself a new Hellcat.
Yeah, I mean, where's my? I already set the precedent in that. My Hellcat is gone. I no longer own my Hellcat. You know, so I traded the Hellcat in on my wife a Lexus 350F because I secured the Demon.
All right, guys. So I am going to have to end it. You know what? I really want to thank Demonology for weighing in and answering a lot of the questions that I've come across. I've had. I think he's a class act. I think he's doing some great things with that Demon. He's keeping it on the drag strip. He's snatching souls. And you know what? I want to give him a lot of credit for not just winning and also just posting some of those losses so that we can see, you know, he's being a straight up guy. So you know what, Demonology, I'll give it to you to close it out. And you know, thanks for joining me. And here you go.
Hey guys, learn your car, become the best driver you can in your vehicle, and stay in your lane, guys. Just because your car doesn't make 800 horsepower, 900 horsepower, that doesn't mean you can, you know, that you can't drag race. Learn how to drive your car, learn how to be the best driver you can be, and push your car to its limit. And then that's where the fun comes in at. You know, the car like the 1320, you know, that Dodge is coming out with, excellent platform. Will it beat the Demon? No. But will it be something that has all the Demon capabilities in it? You can take to the drag strip, beat on it, and take it home and drive it around on a daily basis? Yeah, of course it will. If you can stay in your lane and you can have fun with it. Anyway, guys, you know what we're doing. Snatching souls. Peace. Tuesday,